It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather back again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast. Hi, Vera. How are you?
Hey, Heather. Hanging in there. How about you? How do you spell that?
I can't. It does not translate.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, I'm just like kind of like peak stress right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm getting my tonsils taken out tomorrow, which you guys are going to hear this in a couple weeks because we wanted to get some things recorded for you guys while I was gone and not able to use my voice.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get a bunch of stuff done for work because stuff to do. I have conferences coming up, so there's a lot of stuff I'm trying to front load so I can take a week off and not have to worry about work. And it's my first, not really. The only other time I've taken off this year has been when I've had the flu and strep.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Isn't it?
Ooh.
Like I'm really racking up those days off.
Yeah. The vacay.
I don't even know where my brain is so fried right now. So, so I'm trying to front load. So I'm like stressing and working extra, trying to get that stuff done. So next week that there's not a lot.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Piled up and my clients are being taken care of and stuff like that. And I pulled my neck 2 days ago. And so I've been in extreme pain with that. And so I'm just like, what else can we do? What else can we do? You know what what else is going to happen or could happen is that I had to have a COVID test. BT dubs. Yeah. Nothing can prepare you for that test. Nothing.
So it is as invasive as they say it is?
It's horrific.
So God.
The only thing the reason why COVID was pulled into this that would probably stress me out even more is that I've made all these plans because like Brad's brother and sister in town or sister-in-law are in town because they're going to help. They're taking care of Baker because I have to isolate now that I took the COVID test yesterday and he's still going to daycare. And Brad is in, where is Brad? He's at annual training through the end of this week, but I have my clients meetings coming up. So this is the best time to do it. Otherwise I'd have to wait until September or October. And that, I don't know what things are going to look like with COVID, much less it's going to be really dry. And so that isn't the most optimal time. So so the only thing that could be worse is like my COVID test coming back.
Oh God. Yeah. I hope not. I'll be praying for you.
But anyways, yes, the most, it's not super invasive. Well, no, it is super invasive, but like nothing can prepare you for the pain.
Really? It hurts that bad.
It's just such a unique pain. Like you stub your toe and you know what that feels like. Like you can equate it, but it's like, because like I have no doubt my brain membrane was punctured yesterday. And I cried like emotions with that crying. And I was totally fine. went in and I was in a perfectly fine mood and like, here we go. I'm going to get my test. And like they did it and I started coughing and my top teeth went numb for a few minutes. And then I just started like, I got really sad and started crying and like, they're like, all right, you're done. I'm like, okay, have a great day. I was just so sad. Like it wasn't just like that, the
like you felt violated.
No, I felt sad. Like it must have hit like some kind of parasympathetic something in me. Yeah, it was the most bizarre thing. I was like, where the hell? And I was fine. In like 2 minutes, I was totally fine. I was like, what's that?
Well, I wonder why. I was talking to somebody about this, and actually I can look it up real quick to see why, unless you already know, why it is that they have to do that. Like why they can't just swab your cheek or your throat or something.
I've heard
instead
that
of
they do swab cheeks now, and they also swab a place here in Denver isn't do because it's like a brush. Like they have like a I'm trying to think what it kind of looks like. It's definitely not a swab. It is a more they might have taken brain material because it was like a rake at the end.
Oh God.
It wasn't that bad, but it was definitely not a swab. So there's another place that just does it, that they give you the swab and you just swab your nose. So like, I'm not sure how accurate that is either.
Yeah.
But
wait, okay.
Yeah, there has to be a better way. I just cannot fathom that this is the only way.
On the Motley Fool, it says there's a new swab for COVID. Yeah. Well, this is on the internet. A new swab for COVID-19 test doesn't need to be shoved all the way up the nose. That's literally the name of the article.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what some of the ones that you were talking about. And this article is from, well, actually, this is from April, so it's been a few months.
I told the girl that was doing it, that came up, I go, I can't imagine people leave here too happy with you guys. So I hope you have somebody that is going to hug you when you get home.
Right.
Because I bet some people were like, and I'm sure, I think I did curse. I'm almost, chances are highly likely I cursed.
Like where it's like when I got my belly button ring done, I remember I didn't remember that I cursed, because I remember I said to my girlfriend, I was like, I didn't curse. She's like, yes, you did. I was like, oh, no, that's how much pain I was in. I was not even aware what was coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, this is something that you can't prepare for. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
It's an unimaginable pain.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But I've heard different things. I'm like, some people have, it is that they can feel it for the remainder of the day. Mine was gone. Like I wasn't any different after an hour. I mean, like after an hour, I was back to being fine and whatever.
Well, that's good. And not crying uncontrollably anymore.
But that only happened for like, I wasn't crying uncontrollably. It was only like a couple tears, but it was like, I was super sad.
Weird.
And that's the thing that like really was weird. I was like, why am I so super sad?
Yeah.
It was the most, I'm sure there's some reason for it, but yeah.
Like there's a sadness nerve up there somewhere.
No. And I told the surgery people and she's like, I've never heard that before. I was like, because they're not man enough to tell you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You, on the other hand,
I am willing
ovaries.
I am willing to be vulnerable.
That's right. That's right. Strength and vulnerability.
Yeah. So that was, yes. Anyways.
Yeah. And then you're getting ready. Well, like a girlfriend of mine just came back from vacation and she actually got to go on a real vacation. Yours is just, you're going to be off just to get your tonsils taken out. Have fun. Yeah. So, but she said like leading up to and right after a vacation, it's always so stressful because like you said, you're trying to preload stuff and then you come back and all this stuff hasn't been done and you're like, oh my God, was it even worth it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. And so that's what we're going to talk about today is how do you go through, go about working and like taking the time off, I guess, because whenever I have time, and even when I was deathly ill with the flu this year, I mean, and I was miserable with the flu.
Yeah.
There was some emergency that came up and I got up and like fixed it. I was sweating. I remember sitting on the couch, like just trying to muster up enough energy to get this thing done.
Wow.
And I guess it's like, how do you make sure that you take the time off to just take the time off? And how do you convey that to other people? And also like, how do you take care of your employees and coworkers and make sure that work's getting done so that they can take some time off too?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think a lot of that originates in the management, like you said, the management needs to work to make sure that the employees are taken care of and that not just one person handles everything. So that way you can step away and somebody else can go, oh, wait, I can handle that. Like, I know how to do that, you know?
But then how does that, I don't know. I feel like every job I've ever worked, or maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just a shitty employee.
Yeah.
But I feel like every job I've ever worked, my plate has been excessively full.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about that. I know from knowing you over the years, the different people that you've worked for, and it seems like that frequently happens to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm just a shitty employee.
Well, Jerry always says you have to manage your manager sometimes, which that's not exactly the best thing to hear, but sometimes you have to tell your manager, I just can't do all that. And I have done that in the past. Of course, it depends on the manager and how you think they're going to handle it or whatever, but sometimes there's a nice way of saying, look, if you want me to do A and B really well, I can't take on C also.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything's going to suffer because I can't do A, B, and C because it's just too much.
Yeah.
And that I can understand that's not the easiest thing to freaking say in the world because you don't want to let your boss down.
Yeah.
So the few times that I have done it, I was nauseous when I said it.
Yeah.
It's like I would like to hurl because I'm so nervous. But I got a fairly good response. Now whether that would stick, that would be the problem. Like it would be good for a little while. They'd be like, okay, I get it. I'll give somebody else C and you do A and B and blah, blah, blah.
And then, have these been for smaller organizations?
Yeah.
Okay. And did the other person retaliate and say, how
come I ended up with C and you, actually that has happened to me before.
And how is that? How did you handle that?
I say, well, you need to tell them if you can't handle C either. You need to say, I can't. I'm doing D and E, and I can't handle C.
Yeah,
like sometimes it's like survival of the. You've got to just. Of course, you want to be a team player, but if it's just if you're just constantly exhausted and stressed and overwhelmed, that's not good for anybody. You know, and. So that's where that's manager. If you can find a way to say to your manager in a polite, professional way, hey, you want me to do a good job, I can't do C also. But then, you run the risk of them saying, okay, well, if you can't do A, B, and C, then I'll find somebody who will, and see you later. Peace out.
Yeah.
Again, which is why, but like I said, it wasn't like I was like, there's no way in hell I'm doing C because you already gave me fucking A and B, and
Yeah.
I said it politely and nicely and everything.
I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, Heather, you're a little more blunt than I am.
Yeah, well, because I take it. I just assume, like keep assuming roles and tasks and everything like that, and then I just lose it. Yeah,
you get overwhelmed.
Yeah,
and and it hurts me for you because then I feel like you're more prone to getting sick. You're exhausted, and then you do get sick, and you still have to work even though you're sick. And it's hard. It's hard learning how to say no. Of course, I'm in therapy for that. Yeah. Because in all aspects of life, even with we've talked about this before, even with your kids or your spouse or significant other.
Yeah.
Or your friends even. I'm still learning sometimes to say no. But
you say no to me all the time. So
yeah, what are you talking about? No, so but I've had to.
You just said it.
Yes, I just said it. I did, didn't I? But, well, and that's specifically, too, especially for me with having the rheumatoid arthritis, I just physically, there's only so much I can physically handle. And if I overdo it, I have run the risk of getting really sick. And so I've had to. I think that, well, did you find that you had to ask for help like when you were pregnant?
No, because at that point I was only working like 20 hours a week.
But even like just for things that aren't work related, like help
tying your shoes.
Tying your shoes. That's a good one.
No, flip flops, girl.
or carrying things. Or was there?
No, I'm a pretty independent kind of person.
Yeah, so you just powered through.
Yeah.
See, I needed help with some stuff. Of course, then too, I was single, so I didn't have anybody to go, hey, do you need some help with that? But I did have to ask for help, and I realized how hard it was to ask for help and or say no to things because at least for me anyway, you're physically in a different space when you're pregnant than you are when you're not.
Yeah.
So I was tying that back into the learning to say no and kind of understanding your own limits.
Yeah. And I don't. And I do a shitty job at that.
Yeah. Well, you're like, it amazes me the energy that you have. I really like, even before I got the RA monster, like I would watch you be like, ping, 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 and get all this stuff done. I'm like, how in the hell are you doing this? I just like, ugh.
It's caught up with me though. I'm definitely not as energetic as I used to be, but.
Well, and that's unfortunately, it comes with, as we get older, you don't have the same energy in your 30s or 40s as you did in your 20s.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really, really hope that you get some time to rest after getting your tonsils out, even though it's not much of a vacation, but I hope you'll be able to get some rest.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like you're going to get any rest.
Well, it's just like, because I'm the kind of person that I don't like loose ends. And so it's hard for me to step away when I know I have so many loose ends. Yeah. And we do have, I have 2 big client meetings, and there's just a lot of loose ends on that.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, blah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I mean, I know I do it to myself, but it's just kind of one of those things that it's hard. And I'm trying to figure out how to, say no and put some limits on things. And
yeah, it's not easy, man. I mean, like I said, I've been in therapy for many years trying to learn how to say no.
Yeah. Well, if you have any hints, please let me know, because obviously I need help. So yeah.
Well, I think a lot of it starts with yourself, rather than thinking about whoever it is that's piling all this stuff on you. Start with yourself and like, what are my limits? What do I need? What are my basic needs? Like, how much sleep do I need?
I think it's like, one of those things. It's like, I don't like, it's not one person, right? Because I have I'm taking direction from a lot of people, and I'm receiving things from a lot of different people. So, person A thinks they're only giving me 1, 2, and 3, but I'm getting from person B, I'm getting 4, 5, and person C.
Yeah.
So I think that they see limited amounts too, and within the same organizations too. That's hard too, because I'm like, oh, well, I'm not doing enough for this person. I'm doing more for this person, but this person deserves just as much as this person, and so it's kind of navigating all of that.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that would be stressful. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have any ideas or, things that
or money you can send Heather so she doesn't have to work.
Yeah. So we'll set up you could Venmo me the money.
There you go. Hey, Venmo. Yeah.
No problem. We don't have to pay any taxes on it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Tax people, calm down. No, I'm just kidding. And I would never ask for money so that I couldn't work. Now, if somebody knows somebody that has a large, amount of funds that doesn't have any beneficiaries, I'd be more than happy to take that place.
There you go. Have a nice little cushy inheritance.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm willing. I'm able. I will quit my full-time job to be able to provide unconditional assistance to this person. Just let me know.
There you go.
Email me at
I can't mom today podcast at Gmail.
We obviously all of these are jokes, but not the needing help. Tell me, give me all your wisdom,
suggestions. Yeah, for sure.
You can hit us on Facebook.
Yes, which is I Can't Mom Today podcast, and then same thing on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah. So until next time,
hang in there, Heather.
Thanks. At least after tomorrow, nobody can hear me complain about it.
Oh, right. Woo, sweet.
But I still have the use of my fingers, so.
That's true. Typing.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye.